All right, so today we're going to learn how to use MyFitnessPal, how to input the macros that we give you, and how to track everything on there on a daily basis. So, once you do the setup of the app, this is the home screen. This is the screen that you're always going to see once you open up the app. So the first thing that we want to do is go to the right lower corner where it says more. So when you go to more, it's going to take you to this menu, and we want to go to goals. And just keep in mind that I have the paid version of the app. So some things might look a little bit different from your free version, but please know that you do not have to get the paid version. Everything is very, very, very similar. It just has like a very few other features that I enjoy taking advantage of, but you don't have to do that. So when we go to the goals section of the menu, this is how the screen is going to look. And now we want to go under nutrition goals, where it says calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. So we open that, and this is where you're going to input the numbers that I give you. So we're going to use these numbers as an example. And so this is like a non-existent client. These are just like some random numbers that we're going to use. So this person is supposed to be intaking 2,660 calories approximately. And the breakdown would be 266 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and 89 grams of fat. So the percentages are also right next to them, and you'll see why you need the percentages. So first, I'm going to tap on the blue number for calories, and I'm going to put the calories there. We said 2,660. That's there now. And now I'm going to tap one of the percentages for the macros. And when you tap on one of those percentages, all the percentages open up. So we said a certain amount of grams for everything. But if you have the free version, you're not going to be able to input the specific amount of grams. You have to input the percentages. But if you do decide to get the paid version, please know that this is an option. You can go to grams and you can put exactly the number of grams. But we're going to just pretend as if we're only going to be using the free version. So we said that for carbs, it would be 30%. For protein, it would be 40%. And for fat, 30%. So once that I do the right amount of percentages in each one of the macros, that number at the bottom on the right lower corner, 100%, turns green, and it allows you to proceed to accept these changes on your macros. But if you're not in 100%, it's not going to allow you to proceed. So even if there is like a little bit of a difference between the numbers that I give you and the 100%, just go ahead and find that 100% and let me know if it's off for a few grams. That is not a problem. You just know what your real number is and not to go over or be under that number. So we click or we tap the check mark, and now our macros, our calories, and everything is input into the app. So we're now going to go back to the very main screen. So this was the menu. We're now going to go to the left side in the lower corner where it says home. Or you can also go to diary right next to home. Regardless, now we are at home. And I'm going to now tap on that very top banner where it says nutrients remaining. You just tap that, and it's going to take you to your diary. So this is where you're going to input your food daily. And you'll see that you have different sections for pre-workout, post-workout, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And you don't have to use all of them. You can use, just like lunch and dinner, or you could use the snack one. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. So let's pretend like we are going to input a breakfast. And Say that we had some egg whites. So I'm gonna go to add food, and this is how the screen looks when you're going to add food. And like I said, this is the app that I already use, and it remembers the things that I normally eat. So that's a good thing about this app, that it will remember, it will get to know you. So your frequently added foods are going to be in a history section under the search food. But yours might be empty right now. That's okay. So we're going to search, and I'm going to type egg whites. And so here is the first one, which is the one that I use. So I'm going to tap on egg whites. And you'll see that the serving size is 3 tablespoons. That equals 1 egg white. So say that I had 3 egg whites. So I'm gonna tap the number of servings and choose 3, and then the check mark. And then check mark again. And now my egg whites are there. Let's say that I also had some avocado. So I'm gonna go to add food and search for avocado. I can spell. And there is an avocado. And let's say that I had 25 grams. So I go ahead and I choose the 25 serving, because if you look at the serving size, it's 1 gram. And this is the easiest way that I always find it to be helpful, that the serving size equals to grams. And if it's possible to 1, even better, because then you can put specifically the amount of grams. But you can always change the serving size. Say that you want to measure it in ounces, you can switch it to 1 ounce. Say that you want your measurement to be 30 grams, but I had 60 grams. So you know to go to the number of servings and choose 2 servings, because I had 60 grams and the serving size is 30 grams. And then you check mark, and now everything is there under breakfast. So that's how you will normally go about your day. However, it's very important that you stay on top of the nutrients remaining, and you do that by, once again, tapping on that very top banner where the amount of calories and micronutrients are, and it's going to take you to this screen. It might take you to the calorie screen. If you see under nutrition, there is calories, nutrients, and macros. You always want to be under the nutrients tab so that you can keep track of the goals, what you've consumed so far, and what you have remaining. So right now we're looking at the protein. I've consumed a total of 15 grams of protein, and my goal is 266. So I have 251 grams left. And then, you can see the same details for the carbs and the fat. And there's a bunch of other numbers there that I, for now, don't want you to worry about. You're only paying attention to protein, carbs, and fat. And the cool thing about MyFitnessPal too, and so that you can be even more accurate, say that we're gonna add something else for lunch. So I'm gonna go to lunch, I'm going to add the food, and right next to the area where you would type the food that you're looking for, there is a location little icon, and there's also a barcode. So if you open up the barcode, you are going to be able to scan things that you buy if it has a barcode. So I'm going to use this as an example, this soup. And I go ahead, it didn't find it, but I know it's there. So you're going to scan it. And there it is. The serving size is 1 can, but I plan on just having half of one. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the serving size to half. And I accept. And now it's there. Let's say that I'm going to also have some ghee butter. So I'm going to go ahead and scan it. the serving size there is as a 1 tablespoon, but let's say that I am not going to measure it in a tablespoon, but I'm going to weigh it. So I'm gonna switch the serving size to 1 gram, and I'm gonna say that I had 30 grams. And I accept, and now it's there. So this is everything for now. If you have any questions, please let me know. I promise that, just like everything that you learn that's new, it's going to take a few days to adjust and adapt. But in no time, you will be automatic at this. The app is going to start learning the things that you frequently have, and it will become easier and easier every day. The cool thing also that I wanted to show you, let's say that I normally have the same thing every day, which I do. So this feature really helps me, and the free app has it. It's not a paid app feature, but we can copy and paste meals from one day to the other. So we're going to go back to the diary so that I can show you this. And I'm going to go to the left upper corner where it says edit. So I'm going to tap edit, and now I'm able to select certain foods, whatever foods I want from my diary today. So I'm going to choose the breakfast, the whole entire breakfast, and then I am going to choose just the ghee butter from my lunch. And once I do that, at the very bottom of the screen, I'm going to go to the middle tab, which is copy. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to say, I'm going to have these for the same meals tomorrow. Or, you could input it into whatever other day. But let's say that I'm going to copy it for tomorrow, and I accept. And now if you go to tomorrow's diary, the foods are there. And at the very, very top of the screen, it says tomorrow. And I just go back and forth between days by clicking on those arrows. So I go back to today. That's tomorrow. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Any questions, please let us know.